gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
To a developing story, police have a lot of questions this morning following a deadly overnight shooting in a historic Northwest Atlanta neighborhood. Shout out to Veronica Griffin is live along Joseph E. Boone Boulevard this morning in Vine City. Veronica, officers say the gunfire killed 2 people out there.
That's right, Sophia, and it carried over from here to the neighborhood behind me. Now, this is the Simpson Shopping Center. Take a look. It is a small shopping center with a nightclub, a grocery store, and a laundromat and a restaurant. Now, the second crime...
Woo! That looked like a rough corner. You even got it looks like a junkie or disabled homeless person hanging out right there in front of the dry cleaners. Wow. Northwest Atlanta has some rough spots, but you see they got the little Chinese restaurant. Now, you know, tell me, would you guys eat out of this restaurant? It's barred up. It actually looks like a prison. This is how rough Atlanta is. But, you know, them Chinese, the Mexicans, they gonna go in there. They gonna set up a restaurant. Them Arabs, they gonna make a bag, and they risk their lives every day doing it. And then when the pressure is put on them, as you see, they got the chains on around the door right now. When the pressure is put on them, a lot of times they have to move out of these areas, and then we start complaining about food deserts that we inevitably created. So, very unfortunate here, but this is the state of the community. These super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm seen as just 1 block away in this direction. Neighbors tell us a body was found at the intersection of Griffin Street and Jones Avenue Northwest in the middle of their residential street in the middle of the night. Now, this is just 1 block away from where Atlanta police tell us they were originally called out to investigate a double shooting at Simpson Plaza on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard. Investigators telling us the call came in just before 1 a.m. When officers arrived, they found 2 males shot, 1 dead on the scene, the other died at the hospital. Their names and ages have not been released at this time.
The issue is we don't have a lot of witnesses at the time. So it's one of those things.
My man started busting out laughing, talking about we don't have a lot of witnesses like it's a joke. I mean, if this is how the officers get, and honestly, I don't blame them, right? But if this is how they feel about it, whew, I mean, we have a rough road ahead of us. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Where the investigators are going to have to speak to witnesses later and or watch video is available at this location.
Now, back here live, there are several small cameras positioned around this small shopping center. We also saw officers talking to neighbors about Ring Door camera, or doorbell camera, that is, video. Now, we also, police want to know if you know anything about this deadly shooting. They would like to hear from you. That is the very latest. We're live in Northwest Atlanta. Veronica Griffin, Channel 2 Action News, Saturday a.m.
Still so many questions. Thank you.
Breaking news this morning. It has been a violent overnight period in Atlanta. Police have been working nonstop all over the city. Several different shooting calls. Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson is live for us outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. And Asia, new details are unraveling by the minute right now.
Man, the city's on fire. The city is on fire every single night. There is a shooting. There's something going on. And it's ridiculous. We have no control. Mayor Andre Dickens has gone ghost on us. He's not focused on the crime anymore. He's seen past that. And I think it's time for the voters to see past him. Because this is the #1 issue in Atlanta. It's the crime, period. It's the crime. It's nothing else but the crime. #1 issue. There's nothing like it. There's nothing that compares. This is the number one issue.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm steadily getting them. Atlanta police, I got off the phone with them not long ago, and they said one of the first things they actually said was it's been a very busy night, including some of the shootings that have been deadly. I want you to take a look at this map that we're told just a little before this morning. We're hearing around 5 that there was a shooting at a Waffle House. A bystander was shot. He heard gunshots from an area nearby and then looked down and found out that he was shot. Now, just before 1 this morning, police were called to Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, where 2 people were shot, one dead on scene. The other died after being transported to the hospital. Both men are in their 40s. Police believe some sort of argument took place, but I'm told right now police are still investigating and have to rely on surveillance video from that area, which has an event center and grocery store. We're also told that a Magic City security guard heard gunshots as well this morning.
Out they shooting outside of Magic City. Them strippers got them bullets flying instead of dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's bad for business. Like, bro, you scaring the hoes. Put the 30 clip up. Man, these ninjas are, I mean, they done lost their minds. They don't know how to act nowadays. Everybody trying to make a name for themselves. Everybody trying to be a shooter. Everybody trying to be a scammer. I mean, it's getting wicked out here.
Morning happened about an hour ago outside of a building. He then went outside and saw someone holding a gun and told him to put it down. That guy refused. According to Atlanta police, and one security guard shot him and killed him.
Damn.
Atlanta police.
I mean, there you have it. Plain and simple. Security guard clapping, catching bodies, yo. Hey, this is next level stuff.
Also said just last night, a dispute happened between 2 17-year-olds. One was shot 6 times. That person was taken to the hospital and is in serious condition. Now, all of these shootings are still under investigation. As you imagine, Atlanta police has their work cut out for them. We're live from the Atlanta Police Headquarters. Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Unbelievably busy night, Asia. All right, thanks. I know you'll stay in touch with APD and keep us posted this morning.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
An award-winning Atlanta music producer dies in a shooting. Police say his son was the shooter. Our Fox 5's Denise Dillon has more details on.
All right, I mean, that right there in and of itself, she just skipped over that. Music producer in Atlanta, famous music producer, award-winning music producer in Atlanta killed. And his son killed him? Did we hear that correctly? I mean, what in the world is going on in the community? We talk about the single mother epidemic and how we need fathers in the home, and then you have the father in the home, and then the father raises the son as a thug maxed alpha simp, and now the son rebels against the father and shoots him point blank range and kills him. The ending of a legacy right then and there. These super gremlins are on demon time.
An award-winning Atlanta music producer dies in a shooting. Police say his son was the shooter. Our Fox 5's Denise Dillon has more details on this story. And Denise, you found out more about the producer known as DBillz.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of people who knew him really well, and they say this is really a double tragedy. They lost their friend, and their friend's son, who they all knew, is now in jail charged with the shooting.
Wow.
He was a two-time now platinum producer. Billy has worked with a lot of Atlanta artists, Lil Baby, Wife and Lucci, a lot of people. He's made his mark in the city.
And that is a real testament to the current influence of today's hip hop music. Let's just keep it a buck. YFN Lucci now doing time because he got in a situation. He's serving. They're charging him with RICO just like YSL because he got in a shootout and their friend got shot, or their partner or whatever part of their YFN gang, and he throws him out of the vehicle. Lil Baby, you know. I mean, it appears he's staying out of trouble, so that's good. But he is considered a street rapper. Thug, all these people, you know, it's really a testament because you have a producer and he's making this music. He's probably listened to a lot of this music and raising his son on this music, and he's been feeling those vibrations, those patterns, those rhythms from an early age. This is why it's recommended to play classical music in the vehicle when you have a infant, not rap, drill, all this stuff, because these vibrations affect the molecules in your body. It's a real thing. And it's not suitable for children who can't interpret the lyrics. So if you're growing up on that, by the time you're in your mid to late 20s, you're a crash dummy. You're a crash dummy. You feel like you have nothing to live for, even though you have everything to live for. You feel like your daddy ain't never gave you nothing because of rap music telling you that. But in reality, your dad has provided a very good life for you. So it's absolutely ridiculous, the current state of affairs in the community in this day and age.
Austin worked alongside DBillz, whose real name is Clinton Dorsey, in the music industry. Austin says in addition to his contributions to the music scene, his friend also had a thriving dog breeding business.
Wow.
Dorsey Kennels, so he bred French Bulldogs.
Wow. So he was breeding dogs, and I used to breed dogs too. It can be dangerous. I did some stories on some dogs getting stolen and robbed in LA. This sister, I believe it was a sister, and she was, she was dyking, but she seemed cool, and she was chilling and whatnot. And these ninjas pulled up with straps, submachine guns, assault rifles, and they shot up her crib and all this kind of stuff over some French bullies. Same situation. These ninjas are killing over puppies, y'all. Puppies. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Frenchies, so that was something that was very lucrative for him. He had a big love and passion for it, just as much as the music.
Dorsey owned that business with his son, 23-year-old Ed Dorsey. Austin says the father and son had been visiting him at his apartment Thursday. Austin says he had stepped out for a moment, and that's when the Dorseys got into an argument. Brookhaven police say Ed Dorsey had a gun.
The argument turned to being physical, and the physical confrontation turned to Mr. Dorsey retrieving a firearm and shooting Clinton Dorsey.
Wow.
Ed Dorsey is now in the DeKalb County Jail, charged with voluntary manslaughter. Austin says this hurts in more ways than one.
How is he charged with voluntary manslaughter? I mean, isn't it evident that he killed Pops on purpose? Am I reading into the story wrong? I mean, what the hell?
At his apartment Thursday, Austin says he had stepped out for a moment, and that's when the Dorseys got into an argument. Brookhaven police say Ed Dorsey had a gun.
The argument turned to being physical, and the physical confrontation turned to Mr. Dorsey retrieving a firearm and shooting Clinton Dorsey.
Wow.
Ed Dorsey is now in the DeKalb County Jail, charged with voluntary manslaughter. Austin says this hurts in more ways than one because he's close to both the father and the son.
It was a situation that went too far, but again, that was something that was probably deeply rooted from their relationship as father and son.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely right. He described it pretty accurately. It's just the son had never had respect for the father. That's what it is. And, you know, I think the way a father presents himself is extremely important. The son has probably seen a lot of things with his father being in the music industry and whatnot. And I just think, you know, you as a father, you can't ever get in a situation where you're buddy with your son. You still have to let him know the limits and the bounds, because that's what's going to have the child respecting you in his adult age, because you know, he goes out and gets on his own and he realizes it's not as easy as Pops made it look, right? So you have an ungrateful child, and it looks like this is a prodigal son story, except when this prodigal son came back home, he killed his father instead of being embraced by his father. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Honestly, rest in peace, my good brother. I love you.
Others in the music industry say DBillz will be remembered for his warmth, creativity, and dedication to his craft. Reporting live in Brookhaven, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
All right, Denise, thanks so much.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.